Hi, beautiful souls. I hope you can hear these skylarks. Such a divine and perfect sound. Really helps to expand the heart. Anything that expands the heart and makes you feel really good is stuff that you really want to do as much as you possibly can, because you want to open your heart as much as possible. And you want to be very aware of anything that closes your heart, anything that makes you close it down, whether it's a person or whether it's something that you see on the television, or hi darling tree, I love you. Whatever it is that closes your heart down, be really aware of it, because that is your highest self wanting to get your attention and to transcend whatever it is that is closing your heart there. You want to open your heart to everything. Keep an open heart, because when you have an open heart, you can send out more light, and not sending out light like from you, because you don't want to deplete your levels of light, but seeing yourself as this magnificent being able to collect bountiful, infinite light from the fields, sending it up through your toroidal field, through your open heart, outwards and back. Beautiful. And then just holding this intention of love for all, seeing love in everything, seeing love wrapped around the trees, around the hedgerow, around the precious plants, around the fields, the sky, the sun, the moon, each being, regardless of what they're up to. Hold them in love and see the best in them, so that the more of that goodness can come out and be expressed in this world. Often the people that are obviously the hardest to love are the ones that are needing the most love. I think that's a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, but I'm not 100% sure. And it's so true, so true. And some people still like to go on about their wounds, and those will become totally irrelevant. You get to a certain point, a certain turnstone, whatever you want to call it, and all of those things just drop away, and it's just part of your highest self, your most expansive aspect that you hold as one of your beings. You are multiple, multiple. I can't speak this morning, but there's so many different aspects of you, and your high self is always assisting you on your path, assisting you to see greater ways of being, assisting you onto your highest path, your highest trajectory, where you can do the most wonderful, expansive ways of being and living here in this now lifetime, and do what you came here for. Because you know your higher self, before you even get into this physical body, already says, right, we're going to go experience this. Once you come into your human form, you forget all about that, because you separate. Humans tend to separate because they go through veils, and depending on the human, they may have even more veils around them, more walls, more protective shields that they've placed around themselves, so that they don't see what is sometimes not easy to explain. They don't want to stand out. They don't want to know about possible other realities. So they try to keep themselves small. They try to keep themselves in a small contained box. And of course your high self doesn't want that. Your high self wants you to expand, keep expanding, and keep spreading love and shining love, and being a beacon of love, to assist others to see the radiance and the divine perfection within themselves, so that we all keep expanding together in love. It's really very beautiful. It's a beautiful way to live. It's a beautiful way to live. So when we keep ourselves small, we have to ask ourselves, what must I change? What belief must I let go of for me to expand more in this moment? And if you are having real challenges, don't hold off feeling good. Don't hold off feeling good. It's harder for you because your higher self's been trying to get your attention for longer, and you've been ignoring it. And everybody has a different purpose whilst they're here. But when you ignore your higher self, the lessons or the callings become louder, and the human can go into victimhood and go, why did this have to happen? But the higher self doesn't see it that way, because everything is easy for the higher self. They're just trying to wake the human up. And when the human has stuff to deal with, usually the human will go within and do what's necessary in order to awaken further, in order to receive whatever it is that they need to receive, to be their highest self in this moment, living with their open heart, living as a master, as a divine and Christed being. So my message today is to keep opening your heart, regardless of the situation of what you may be in. Keep being grateful for whatever it is that's going on, because when you're grateful and when you're in a feeling of love, then you can help your body to shift a lot of density. It gets easier. It really does. It gets a lot easier. At first it seems like impossible, but it gets easier, and then it gets easier, and then it gets easier, and it's just a practice. Everything is just a practice. When you practice being thankful, even if you have got, whatever it is, I can't think of an example, but it just gets easier. And then before you know it, your body starts to make the changes necessary to bring about the healings, the transformations, and transcending all of the lower issues that you have been faced with, dealing with. So just keep opening your heart to love, just keep being a beacon of love, and not doing this with blind faith. You want to really go within into your heart, connect with your highest self, and know this truth for yourself. I know this for myself. I know this. And for me, cobwebs. For me, it goes without saying, because I understand. And humans like to understand. You don't need to understand. You need to know, and you know when you go within. Humans like to understand, so they do research and stuff, but researching is all very good and all very lovely, but it's a different energy. So understanding is a different energy to knowing. Knowing is knowing, and that's coming from your deepest, highest, most expansive wisdom, and that's what you want to be looking for within, going within, finding the wisdom there, knowing it, because when you know it, the fear drops away, and then you're no longer afraid of whatever situation you may be in, because you know that you're much more than that. You're much more than that situation, that challenge, that piece of interest that you are working through. So I send you all lots of love. I send you joy to your beautiful hearts. Thank you for being on this beautiful planet at this time. I love you all. My name is ZsaZsa. Thank you. Please like and subscribe and share.